Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to my review of tonight's edition of Smackdown. And tonight's Smackdown was held from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. And I gotta say, tonight's Smackdown, thought it was an okay show. Wasn't great, but it was just okay. Uh, Cena was on tonight's Smackdown, and if it wasn't for Cena being on SmackDown tonight, this would have been another week where SmackDown was just a shit show. So, but tonight's SmackDown was okay because Cena was on the show, and of course after I review SmackDown. Also in this video, I'm going to review and talk about the mixed match challenge match that happened. So the show opened up tonight with, of course, John Cena coming out, saying that he is here to find his road to WrestleMania, and he says that he wants to be in the WWE title picture. So he wants it to be a fatal five-way match at Fastlane. And, he goes on to say, he's here at SmackDown to earn that spot, in the for the WWE title. Shane McMahon ends up coming out and says to Cena that, the pathway to him puts him in the middle of the WWE title match at Fastlane in 2 weeks, which Fastlane is happening on March 11th. And Shane also says not only if he wins the WWE title, if he wins it at at Fastlane, Cena will be walking into WrestleMania the 17-time champion. And then we had Daniel Bryan come out to say if Cena wins the main event match tonight, they will put him in the match at Fastlane, and it will be a fatal five-way. And Daniel Bryan tells him of his opponent, and his opponent is AJ Styles. So, and all in all, it was a decent segment. It was a enjoyable segment. And the first match that happened tonight, it was Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn. This match, it was meh. Didn't really care for it. Kevin Owens was on commentary, which that was like the best part of this match tonight. You also had Daniel Bryan and Shane watching the match backstage. They were exchanging back and forth during that little part of the match. But also towards the end of the match, Dolph Ziggler ended up coming out of the crowd, and he just super kicked Kevin Owens in the back of the head. And so it led Baron Corbin to win the match with the end of the days on Sami Zayn. So Baron Corbin ends up winning the match. And after the match, Dolph ends up hitting a zigzag on Corbin. So that was pretty cool. But all in all, the match was meh to me. And then we had Daniel Bryan and Shane backstage. Shane says to Daniel that his boys got what he deserved, and Daniel says he wants to go home and be with Brie Bella and Birdie, and pretty much that was that little backstage segment. And then it went to commercial. Then when SmackDown came back, we saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn arguing backstage about what happened out there with Dolph. Shane McMahon is there. So it's just a little backstage segment with them. wasn't really much. And then we had Ruby Riott versus Naomi. Of course, we had Ruby Riott come out with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, and Naomi came out, and Becky Lynch and Charlotte was out there. But the match was, your typical women's match. It was okay. Wasn't, anything special or, perfect. But Ruby Riott ended up getting the win. She ended up hitting the Riott kick on Naomi to score the win. So, all in all, like I said, it was your typical women's match. Nothing special. And after that match, we saw Josh Duhamel was there with Breezango. And, this was just a promotion for his new show called Unsolved: The Murders of Tupac and Notorious Big, which debuted after Smackdown on the USA Network. So it was just a promotion plug for the show. New Day was also there in this segment. So it was just promotion for the show. Reason why Josh Duhamel was there. And then we had New Day coming out, saying they are looking to go to WrestleMania, and they say at Fastlane they will take on their rivals, the Usos, which, whenever, when New Day, had their match with the Usos, ever since, Hell in a Cell, they've been put on good matches, and yes. Sorry about that, but I was saying, New Day said at Fastlane they will take on their rivals, the Usos, which, since, SummerSlam, when New Day first took on the Usos, that was a good match, a really good match on the kickoff pre-show at SummerSlam. Then, they took on them in Hell in a Cell, which that was another good match. So, their Fastlane match could be another good match, with them going at it again. And New Day say, they respect the Usos, and at Fastlane, if they win the SmackDown Tag Team titles, they will head to New Orleans and party with the WWE Universe. And then you had the Usos come out, saying they went to war with New Day. And, they say there was only one tag team left standing tall with the SmackDown titles, and, pretty much it was them, and they hold up the tag team titles. And the Usos end up saying, for the past 9 years, they keep on saying, they belong at WrestleMania, because, they've been getting, the shaft. They never, been to a WrestleMania. And they say, this year is their time to go to WrestleMania. And they say at Fastlane, they are going to run through New Day like they always do. And New Day say to the Usos, that they did more than they did. Biggie just starts, shouting out, truth to the Usos. Taking, he had Biggie take a jab to Rikishi, saying, he said to them, they didn't get into this business just because, of their father, the Usos, the Usos' father is Rikishi. And they say, they were, 5-time tag team champions, the New Day. And then we had the Bludgeon Brothers come out, and they get in the ring. New Day and the Usos leave the ring. And the crowd starts chanting, why are you scared? To the Usos and the New Day. And pretty much, it went to commercial, and the Bludgeon Brothers didn't even have a match tonight. So I'm like, that was like really random. They come down, Bludgeon Brothers come down, and then when SmackDown comes back from commercial, they don't even have a match. But as SmackDown came back from commercial, we saw like a video of what was done, earlier today, and showed Shane McMahon and Aiden English and Rusev. It's been weeks since we've seen Aiden and Rusev, and Shane ends up saying to Aiden that he is going to be in a match tonight against Shinsuke Nakamura, and that was just that little video that they shot earlier. And then we had Renee Young interviewing Bobby Roode about putting the U.S. title on the line against Orton. Roode says Orton is, one of the best superstars of all time to him. Orton comes and says, it's not about, the list. It's about the U.S. title. And he goes on to say that at Fastlane, he's going to run through Roode and take the U.S. title. So it was a pretty decent interview with Bobby Roode. Then we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Aiden English. This match was okay. It was back and forth between Nakamura and Aiden. Nakamura was decent in the match. He actually won the match with the Kinshasa to Aiden English to score the win. So, but match was okay. And then we had the main event, which was AJ Styles versus John Cena. This was a decent main event, and it was very enjoyable main event. We've seen these two go at it before, and they just put on a good, decent main event tonight. It was back and forth between Cena and Styles. You could tell, Cena, won a chance, to go to WrestleMania. This is like desperation for Cena to try to go to WrestleMania, and but match, like I said, this was a decent, good match. Liked how Styles did in the match. Cena was pretty decent. Sorry about that again, but really liked the match with Cena and Styles. Cena won the match with the AA on Styles to score the win, and so now Cena is in the WWE title picture at Fastlane, and so now it's going to be a fatal 5-way match at Fastlane, and we pretty much know Cena's probably not going to win it because maybe the Undertaker might show up at Fastlane, causing Cena not to win the WWE title. So that pretty much will set up their the WrestleMania match. But you had, after the match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out. Corbin ended up attacking Cena out of nowhere. He showed up from behind, and a brawl took place. Dolph Ziggler ends up coming in and gets in the brawl, and SmackDown ends with Dolph Ziggler punching AJ Styles, and Cena gives Dolph an AA to end the show. So that's pretty much what happened after the match. It's it sets up a little hype for the match at Fastlane. But all in all, Cena versus Styles was decently good main event. Really liked it. And now we move on to the mixed match challenge match that happened tonight. Of course, this is round 2 of that challenge. And tonight we saw The Miz and Asuka versus Finn Balor and Sasha Banks. And the match was decent. It was back and forth between them. You had Asuka and Sasha go at it once again, and they did decent. And The Miz and Finn Balor, they were liked them in this match also. And you had at the end of the match where Asuka and The Miz ended up both locking in Balor and and Sasha with the Asuka lock. And you had pretty much the ref trying to the ref got distracted on who is Sasha gonna tap or is Finn gonna tap. And The Miz ended up rolling up Finn Balor for the win, because Finn ended up looking at Sasha, make sure she tapped out or not. But yeah, Miz ended up rolling up Balor, and so The Miz and Asuka win the match. And pretty much this was basically done, because if Finn and Sasha won, this would have broke Asuka's undefeated streak. And I can see, and this is why they went with The Miz and Asuka to win the match. They want to keep Asuka's undefeated streak going. And you can see why from there, why they let her and Miz win it. So, but all in all, the match itself, it was decent. And next week on the mixed match challenge, we're gonna have Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss versus Jimmy Uso and Naomi. So that's next week on the mixed match challenge. So yeah, so anyways, that's it for my review of tonight's edition of SmackDown, and also my review of the mixed match challenge. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until next video, which I'm gonna see Black Panther tomorrow, so that will be the next video. It will be a movie review of Black Panther. Really looking forward to seeing it. It's gotten really good reviews, and seeing some of my friends who saw it, they said it was really awesome and really good. So that would be the next video. So until that video, I'll see you all later.